Well, we are back with Betsy Mayod, president of the Institute of Student Loan Advisors. We are talking about what's happening with the SAVE plan and the state of loan forgiveness for borrowers. And again, we're taking your questions. Just text the number at the bottom of the screen. So, Betsy, I want to ask, because you talked about this before we went into break, about the importance of the studentaid.gov website. Talk about why that is just a great resource.
Yeah, so especially, we've talked a lot on this segment about payment plans and, recent grads and how do people pick a plan. As I mentioned, there's a ton of great information on studentaid.gov, but there's a great tool called the Loan Simulator tool. And for borrowers trying to pick a repayment plan, you just have to plug your information in once, and it tells you not only what your payment will be under the plan, but almost more importantly, how much that plan is going to cost you in the long run. So that can be a great way to strategize like both a short-term and a long-term financial plan for managing your student loans successfully.
Yeah, so that's a good way to determine which payment plan to use, pretty much. Oh, and we also have another visitor as well, too. I just need to go ahead and say that. Student Loan Cat is what you...
Yeah, this is Alice, the Student Loan Cat. She very rarely misses an interview with you guys.
Well, we are so happy to have her. The next question here is, let's go here. What if you do owe but are now disabled? Do you still owe? Someone is asking.
So the Federal Student Loan Program has a discharge called Total and Permanent Disability Discharge. So if a borrower meets the criteria for that, and it's pretty broad, then they will get their loans fully discharged, and that discharge amount is not taxed. The best place to find information for that program, and it's also where you apply, is disabilitydischarge.com. Now I know it's a .com, but that actually is a Department of Ed website. So disabilitydischarge.com.
Okay, next question here is, how do we figure out the status of my student loan forgiveness?
Well, that depends on which forgiveness program you're talking about. If you're talking about the broad debt relief, which is the Biden administration's second bite at the apple of broad debt relief, there's really no place to go to see your eligibility for that because that hasn't opened up yet. If you're talking about public service loan forgiveness, the best place to see where you're at with PSLF is studentaid.gov. You log into your account at studentaid.gov. As far as your eligibility for other forgiveness programs, you would want to talk to your loan servicer to see if you might qualify for those.
Okay, next question. Is Parent Plus loan included in the forgiveness program?
The short answer is yes, but with a lot of qualifiers. Again, it depends. There's so many different forgiveness programs out there, and it really depends on which one you're talking about for me to give a more detailed answer. But just a quick rundown. Parent Plus loans, although they have to jump through a couple more hoops, they are eligible for income-driven plan and income-driven plan forgiveness. But again, they usually have to consolidate to qualify for those. They qualify for public service loan forgiveness if the parent borrower is working eligible employment. They potentially qualify for the second bite of the apple Biden debt relief that we're waiting to hear more information on. They do qualify for things like disability discharge and death discharge and those kinds of things as well.
Okay, well, we did just get another question in right now. What if you haven't yet graduated? Are you still eligible for the student loan relief program while employed by a state government job?
So this borrower is talking about public service loan forgiveness. If you're still in school and therefore your loans are deferred because you're in school, you cannot accrue time towards PSLF while the loans are not in a repayment status.
Okay, all right. Any other final thoughts here? Now we have about 30 seconds if there's anything important you'd like to mention.
Oh boy. Again, I think especially during this chaotic time, or even not in a chaotic time, the borrowers that I find most successfully manage their loans are the ones that stay informed. So I know I sound like a broken record, but please keep an eye on studentaid.gov. Shameless plug, keep an eye on our website, which is freestudentloanadvice.org.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. If you missed any of our conversation, you can find it on our website in the 2 Wants to Know section.